Hi guys, this is a quick explainer video of what scenario work is and what it is not. So scenario work is a little bit similar to some of these things that you might be familiar with. So a little bit similar to shadow work, archetypes, drama therapy, inner child work, and IFS, internal family systems. However, not the same. Let me explain. So first, difference between scenario work and shadow work. So all these repressed, negative, bad, weak emotions like anger, fear, etc. So in shadow work, the idea is that you will accept them in order to stop the shame or blaming others. Not the case in scenario work. So here we consider them useful strengths to meet those strengths, to find them, and to harness them. That's the approach. Okay. So next, difference from archetypes. Things like the mother, the warrior, the trickster. These are fixed patterns. They're sort of templates. However, in scenario work, you have inner characters. And they're your personal inner characters. Nobody else has them. They're only your own. So you might have a child, a villain, a hero, etc. Right? But they're your personal. They're not templates. And most importantly, they're not fixed. So that's the biggest difference, is that they're constantly evolving. They're constantly changing. So those characters are on a journey. All right. So next is the difference from drama therapy. So both scenario work and drama therapy use role play and imagination. However, there's a major difference. In drama therapy, what happens is they dig into the past trauma and replay old stories for pain processing, and it hurts. But in scenario work, we start with the present desire. It was created by the past, but the desire is in the present. So that's where we start. We don't talk about the past. And what we do is we act out new stories. And the new stories are thrilling, exciting, because every character is getting what they want. All right, the last one is the difference from IFS, internal family systems therapy. So both IFS and scenario work use inner parts, or we call them inner characters, but there's some major differences again. In IFS, there are predefined roles for these inner parts. So for example, exiles, the ones who hold pain, and there are managers, firefighters, the reactive parts. And in IFS, there's an assumption that everybody has a core that is calm, good, and compassionate. And that core is the leader leading everyone else to the healing. However, in scenario work, all the characters, so there's no predefined roles, there's no templates. All the characters are yours. They're uniquely yours. And you are free to explore. So you're free to be any character that you want. And some of your characters will experiment with different things. Some of them will be good, really good. They're heroes, they're healers. And some of your characters will be villains, and they're going to have their own kind of fun. So that's the difference between these modalities and scenario work. I hope that clarifies things. Thank you so much for listening.